welcome to It's About Youth with me, Fei Kwan. Now, since 2017, the YouTube channel Blimey has captivated audiences with their content, which features a unique blend of Malaysian cultures from the eyes of South Koreans. Now boasting over 860,000 subscribers on YouTube, Blimey has become a cultural bridge that not only entertains, but also fosters a deeper understanding between two countries. Joining me in the studio today is none other than the two women behind Blimey themselves, Han Ju Hui, or better known as Jade, and Yang Dasol. Welcome to the show.
Hi, nice to meet you.
Thanks for coming to the show. How are you guys feeling today?
Very honored to be in Malaysian news.
A bit nervous.
Oh, don't be. Well, thank you for taking the time to come here, especially all the way from South Korea.
Yes.
Now, firstly, for audiences who may be seeing you for the first time on AWANI, could you tell me a little bit about the name behind your channel? It's a very unique name, Blimey, and what inspired you guys to start it?
Okay, so our channel name is Blimey. So the original pronunciation is like Blimey, but we always say just Blimey in Korean way. So it means like oh my God. It's a way of expression. You say like, oh my God, wow. It's how you express you're impressed. So we decided this name because when we started our channel, we wanted to make the videos or content that surprises people, and that gives people a shocking moment or a good shocking pleasure. Yeah.
Okay, so the proper way to say it is actually Blimey.
Is that Blimey, but we just say Blimey.
You guys are more gentle.
Yeah, Blimey. Yeah, so we've been always, we are uni mates, and then we graduated Korea University, and we studied the mass comm and film media, so we've always been the media kids. So that's how we started our content from the beginning, yeah.
I see. Well, the two of you go way back, if it's from university days. How then your culture, because over the years, your channel now focuses primarily or a lot mainly on Malaysian culture. There's a mix of British culture as well, but a lot of it is centered around Malaysia. How did that connection to Malaysia start?
So it happened very coincidentally. So one of our friends traveled to the KK, and then he brought some snacks and the noodles for us as a souvenir. And then that time, like, we were running a YouTube channel, so why not we make a reaction video? So we did that, and then surprisingly, there were so many comments just recommending like, oh, try this thing and try Malaysian food, try Malaysian culture, and then like we tried one by one. And then we really enjoyed it and loved it. So like we keep doing this until now.
Oh wow, okay, that's a very interesting start.
Yeah.
You continue to do food reviews. Do you have any favorite Malaysian food that you always go back to now?
Oh, I have a seasonal favorite.
It's a tough question, but
now my favorite is keropok lekor.
oh, really good.
It changed it.
Yeah, it's seasonal. It changes like 2 to 3 times.
Oh.
My previous one was nasi kerabu.
Ooh, very good tries. How about you, Dasol?
My go-for food is always nasi lemak.
Yep.
Classic is the best.
You're basically Malaysian now. But when your friend first introduced that food to you and you saw that reception from your Malaysian audience, and I'm sure now you know very well that Malaysians really love everything about Korean culture, the food, the music, especially the K-dramas. What were your thoughts about that when you first learned about this?
When we first got to know about that fact, we were actually very surprised. It was back in 2017 or 18. We were just fresh from the universities, and we knew there were some global fans about K-pop and everything, but we didn't know this extent. So for example, when we went to some mall in a clothes shop, there was K-pop playing. So we were, oh, is it K-pop? Like, are we listening to the right thing? Or like when we went to some shopping, then all the clothes were in sort of K-pop Korean style clothes were there. So we were quite surprised first time when we got to know about that.
Oh, I see. I think it all started in like 2011 with the Hallyu wave.
2011?
Yeah, oh, yeah, or even earlier, in fact,
Oh, wow.
in Malaysia.
Oh, right.
Another surprising fact.
I didn't know that.
And then actually, like back then, there were not many Korean restaurants, only some like chicken brands. But these days, I'm very surprised. There are so many Korean restaurants.
Everywhere.
Everywhere has Korean restaurant. Even in the delivery app, we can find so many Korean restaurant options. So like, it's quite surprising.
Yeah, very common. I just had Korean food last night.
Oh, really?
Some Korean restaurants here better than Korea.
Really?
Yeah.
Really? Wow, okay. It's nice to know that there's really authentic food here as well then. How about your Korean peers? Were they surprised to learn about how popular Korean culture was in Malaysia? Or what do they find most interesting about Malaysia? Dasol, you want to take this?
Right. So I brought a lot of my friends to Malaysia to introduce them about Malaysia. And then the first thing they were really surprised about is how fluent Malaysian people in English.
Oh.
So even makcik-pakcik in kampung, they can speak English and they understand English. That's very far from Korea. So first, that was the first shocking factor. And then also, my sister also visited Korea. My sister also visited Malaysia and Kota Kinabalu, and then she was really surprised how variety of food Malaysia has. So she still talks about Malaysian food to me, like, oh, if I have a chance, I will just go with you to Malaysia, and I miss this. And whenever I come back from Malaysia to Korea, if I don't bring any food souvenirs, she gets a bit mad.
Malaysian food is a must. It's the number one thing you should bring back.
definitely.
And it's the number one thing that you would bring people to experience when they come to Malaysia too,
Definitely.
right? You guys have picked up so much on the language and the food. You know, you can bring friends around Malaysia like a local, and yet you are based in South Korea.
Yes.
You know, so coming from so far away, how do you continue to stay updated or learn about Malaysian culture?
Actually, we are following so many Malaysian friends on Instagram and then TikTok. So maybe like we can update every day based on their like story and then posting. Yeah.
I see. And you know, do you find any like particular similarities or differences between Malaysia and South Korea?
The biggest difference between Malaysia and Korea is that Korea is homogeneous nation, and then Malaysia has variety of culture.
Yep.
So like in Malaysia, it was very surprising. Like Malay speak in Bahasa Melayu and Chinese Malay speak in Chinese, but like they speak each other in English. Like it was very interesting when I saw that first.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
I think like that's the like biggest difference.
I quite like it because it gives me international atmosphere, and I'm quite international person, so I think I quite relate to it a lot. The biggest similarity I find is about in somehow the Muslim culture, and then Korean Asian Confucianism.
Okay, Confucian as in the Confucianism.
Confucianism.
Yeah.
Confucianism culture are somewhat share some similarities about how we respect elders, how the concept about marriage and then relationships, those kind of things. So somehow between Asians, I kind of share some similar values.
Yeah.
So that's the similarities I find.
Okay, it's very interesting to hear from the both of you. I think Asians in general is all about respecting elders. And, like, we're a bit more
exactly.
conservative
Yeah.
compared to the West. Important question. If you, now you've collaborated with so many people, but if you had the chance to collaborate and film a video with anybody, any Malaysian celebrity, who would Blimey's choice be?
A Malaysian celebrity?
Yeah.
Oh.
Malaysian celebrity or influencer?
Because like we were thinking about the Korean celebrity.
Oh, okay, Korean celebrity then. Who's your top choice?
So actually, I was alumni with Pyeonwoo in primary school.
Oh. The same school.
Yeah, and then like he's so hot these days. So like
Yeah.
as an alumni with him, I will bring him to Malaysia and introduce Malaysian food and the Malaysian culture
Not
to
real.
him.
Wish.
You
We wish.
You will. You have to manifest it. You know, it will happen. Delulu.
Yeah, that's one of my dream.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you're after primary school, you're not in touch anymore, unfortunately.
Unfortunately.
Okay, this is a call. If he's watching this, maybe, or anyone knows, to call Blimey. And then, you know, you've tried so many things. You obviously want to bring more people into Malaysia. You've introduced this culture to South Koreans. You've helped to be a sort of a bridge between two countries, right? To a point that you've also tried fasting during Ramadan.
Yes.
Not just this year, but previous years as well.
Yeah.
I think that was really interesting, and that was something that captivated a lot of audiences. How was that experience like for the two of you?
I think we've done almost for 5 years, 5 to
Wow.
6 years. We've done it since the beginning of our channel.
Yeah, but the holding a hunger never used to.
It never gets
It
easier.
never get used to me, but yeah, but like it's we are kind of know how to do it now, so it's like more easier than previous years.
It never get easier. But I think it's quite amazing and impressive that these many people in this group of people, big group of people, follows the same discipline and then value, and then they actually make themselves suffer for the greater purpose, and then celebrate it at the end of the day together. I think that's quite impressive and amazing. Every time we try Ramadan, we kind of feel the spirit. Yeah.
Oh, and have you guys learned anything throughout the Ramadan period when you were fasting? More patience, perhaps?
Every Ramadan, like I learned how to grateful to the food, because like in normal days, like it's very easy to eat and then just like waste the food.
Yeah.
But like in Ramadan, you know how precious the food is. So like yeah, I think like I can learn every Ramadan.
Not to take food for granted.
Yeah.
Yeah. You've done so many things for your videos. Is there a particular video that is your favorite to record? All these years.
I will have to pick one of our most popular videos, which is in which Sarah Suhairi, the singer, Malaysian singer, went to Busan, and then in the Chagalchi market, she tried to. She had a stage of dangdut.
Ooh.
Yeah, and then the audiences were all ajumma, ajusis, pakcik Korea, and then at first they were really not familiar with the song and the language, but in the last they started dancing and really enjoyed together. And then we were appearing in the video as the host, and then also we were arranging the stage and then making the opportunity for Sarah, and then we also wanted to introduce Malaysian songs to Korean people. It was our first time, and then I really liked that video because I felt really I'm not Malaysian, but I felt really proud that people really enjoyed the song, and then I could feel that kind of butterflies and then excitement in the video, and also editing the video, uploading the videos. It's kind of it's very special video for me.
Oh, and it's quite a sight to behold dangdut in Chagalchi market.
Yeah.
It's not something you can hear of or see every day in your
Yes,
life.
yes.
How about you, Dasol? Your favorite video?
There is one video that we've learned how to act from Mr. Azar Sulaiman.
Ooh.
And then we learned acting with Leona. And then like a few days ago we met Leona in Malaysia, and then like we talk about that memories, and then like did that video is so fun. So like every time I feel bad or like I'm so tired of everything, I watch that video and then I'm cured.
It cheers you up.
So funny. Yeah, yeah.
Because in that video, Mr. Azhar Sulaiman, he says like cry, and then we tried to like cry, but
professional actors, like it's very hard to cry. Like we are trying, but like we can't.
You gotta be serious to get in the zone.
Yeah, and then try to tear up by opening eyes for a long time. That kind of thing. That's quite funny. Yeah.
Put some onions at the back. All right. Very interesting to hear all these stories from the two of you, and we'll hear a lot more. But first, let's go for a quick break. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back to It's About Youth. Today in the studio with us is the two YouTubers, Blimey from South Korea. Now, shifting more a little bit to your YouTube platform, many people assume content creators would work alone, or rather it's just a team of two of you, but we know that it's a bigger production behind that, right? Could you tell me or walk me through a little bit about the process of filming videos for Blimey?
All right. So we have a lot of contents in different platforms, but I will explain first the videos we release on our YouTube. So we have a weekly meeting or discussion about about the creative ideas, what to release, or any other TikTok or social ideas, and then in that meeting we sometimes plan single videos or a series. So series as in we make mini YouTube series that, for example, she brought her husband to Malaysia, and then we made a Korean husbands explore Malaysia series for 8 to 10 episodes. Those kind of series is our main items in our YouTube channel. And then we brief down the episode ideas with our if at the moment if we have our staff, like with our staff, and then after that it's pretty much about the pre-pro process.
Yeah.
So we booked locations or any guests, plan the camera work, and then if it hire the camera staff. If we can do in-house camera staff, that's okay. But if it's bigger, then we need to find another camera team, audio team. So, and then also, since those kind of series is quite costly, so we need to find sponsors if it's possible. So finding sponsors, working with marketing agencies, and then we travel to Malaysia, film it, and then edit it. Sometimes we edit by myself, sometimes one of our staffs do it. Yeah, that's pretty much of how our YouTube series is run. But we also produce some dramas or reality shows. Recently we did something called Anyang Raya in Astro. That one is pretty much following the normal steps of the production, the show production. Yeah.
So it's quite a long process. It requires a lot of planning ahead of time, and then it's liaising with many different parties, right, to have it all together. It's not as easy as it looks, not just eating in front of a camera, although you wish it can be fun like that.
YouTube channel content is like that. But in terms of, for example, our TikTok video, sometimes we just do it really spontaneously. Just like
that's the magic of TikTok.
Yeah, magic of TikTok or Instagram. We just film it, post it. Sometimes those kind of content do better. Yeah.
Well, talking about your different platforms, I don't want to get this wrong, but you have a huge following. So that's 860,000 on YouTube, 87,000 on Instagram, 275,000 on TikTok. But it took years and a lot of hard work, as you mentioned, to build this. Have you ever encountered any challenges while building Blimey?
It's very challenging. We come up with the new ideas every day, and then because we've done this for like 6 years, like we pretty much made all about we already made everything about
Malaysia.
So like it's very hard to find a new concept and the new things of Malaysia, but like we are trying to following the trend, and then we are asking to our Malaysian friends what's new in Malaysia. So that's how we try to solve this problem.
And in that sense, have you guys ever experienced burnout, constantly trying to come up with new ideas?
I think burnout is not only about the new idea, how long we work, how hard we work.
And the timing isn't set.
Yeah, and then how many times we travel between Malaysia and Korea, those kind of things. But I think burnout is something that's very common in entertainment industry, and it comes and goes like a cold. So whenever I experience burnout, I'm not gonna lie, I experience burnout sometimes. But whenever I experience it, I try to acknowledge it first, and then just accept the fact that I'm tired, I'm burnt out, and then try to get over it with different things. Yeah.
I like what you mentioned, that like comparing it with a cold, it comes and it goes.
Yeah.
So there is an end to it, and you will get through it. The thing about social media, right, and having a career with social media is that it comes with its challenges, and it can be very daunting. Would you have any advice for people who are looking to start out on these sort of platforms, YouTube, TikTok, or Instagram?
Well, in the early era of social media, I was advising people to, if you want to make it as a full-time job, then work as if it's your full-time job. You need to put a lot of efforts and everything. But nowadays, the market shifted a bit. So I would recommend people, if they are having a job already, don't quit for social media. Or if you have a already ongoing career path, it's better. Social media can be always something additional.
Yeah.
And then, of course, you need to put your heart and soul to that social media. But you can take it as your full time when it really starts, and then already actually brings you money.
Those are very wise and realistic words. Dasol, do you have any advice?
For me, this kind of job is very easy to be lazy. So if you're lazy, then you can be lazy, because like you are the basically boss of your channel. So I think I'm very lucky because I have a teammates, because like if I feel a bit lazy, like she can make me cheer up, and then if I ran out of the idea, she can bring me new ideas. So like if some people feel it's very hard to be if some people feel it's very hard to do alone, I want to recommend to get a teammates. So they can, 친구, so they can do it and then figure out how to do that for longer time.
Essentially, having a strong support system is important for this to be a sustainable, long-term career, right? Well, we're almost out of time, but before we go, are there any future projects or video ideas that we can look forward to from Blimey? Anything you can give us a little sneak peek into?
A lot coming in.
Yeah.
Wow.
Actually, next week we are going to shoot music video for our new song.
You guys have a song. You guys are musicians now.
Album.
Yeah, and then like it's about the memories in Malaysia, and then like how we love Malaysia, why we love Malaysia. So like we hope you guys will listen our new song and then love it.
Okay. Will this be in Korean or in Malay?
Korean and Malay and English.
Wow.
But I'm sure everyone can understand. Right?
Yeah, very easy Korean.
Very multicultural and very Malaysian of you. Looking forward to your music, Blimey K-pop group now.
And another project that we are producing, directing the drama for Astro channel. which will be 16 episodes, which is going to be very big production for us. So if you are a bit silent in our social media channel, it's because we are focusing on the bigger projects. So anything wondering about us, we're working hard to release another content. Yeah.
No news means there's good news coming later.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, thank you so much, Dasol and Jade, for joining me on the show. This has been It's About Youth with me, Fei Kwan. Thank you for watching and see you next time.